Now, I started with the 6, and then I threw a couple curveballs, and I threw in some 5s and 3s. But anyway, it all comes from the same place. And it very much has a jazz feel and jazz background, but in a rock context, you can do it all day. And again, when I have the great band up here, I'll show you a couple of ways to show that in a song, and where you're not stepping all over everybody doing it. There's a couple of different ways to play fills. Obviously, that's one of them. Hand and foot combinations are one of my favorites, where you can get any number of things happening. You know, the big fat triplet. Right? So there's that one. Everybody loves John Bonham. There you go. Right? Okay. So, but there are other ones, and I learned a little bit about like using the number system, like 2s and 3s and 4s and 6s and stuff like that when I went to LA Music Academy. And I started really getting my head around it, and I started also hearing it in music. So there's a couple of different ways to do it. So I'm going to start with this. We're going to go with 4s, right? We're going to break it up. You can go. Right? That's a 3 and 1. Or you can make it a 2 and 2. Right? Okay? So let's add a 6. Let's make it a 4 and a 2. Maybe I can make some combinations. Put it in the context of a groove. I've got new things to say rather than which everybody learns. Everybody's got to start there. Sometimes that's called for, but we want to look for different things to play. Another rudiment, classic, that helps a lot with this thing is the 4-stroke rough. Right, left, right, left. So I started experimenting with this stuff, and I said, all right, so what happens if I put some bass drums, if I play the 4 and then the 2 on the bass drum? So then I can do it, I can do it in a triple field, or I can do it in an even 16th field. So that's just a 4-stroke rough. Some fast bass drum. My advice to you, my lesson to you is take it, have fun with it. See what feels good for you. Explore it. And don't be afraid to take it slowly, right? Because that's where you're going to get the control. Once you get the control, you can speed it up, and you'll have it the tempo you want it to have. All right? Cool. All right, now, a little bit about hand techniques and foot technique. I use the molar technique, which a lot of people talk about. It's a very relaxed technique into where I'm not forcing everything to happen. I'm letting it happen. I kind of start the thing in motion, and then I let the stick do the work. And the way that works is, it all works off, and instead of deafening on you guys, where did my pad go? Over here? This here? Yeah. Okay. So instead of constantly digging in, it's like when you bounce a basketball, right? You just send it down and it comes back to your hand. You don't do that. Right? So I'm going to take the stick, I'm going to start the motion here. Right? And that's what they call the whip motion. Take the whip motion, start it there. I want to let this thing rebound and come back off, just like that. And then I can send it back down and let it come back off. Instead of going from the whole hand, I can just send it down and let it come back off, right? Okay, there's a couple different ways to phrase this. As we were talking about with the 8th note groove and the quarter note phrasing, so I can do this, down. When I'm picking it up, I get what they call a prep note. Just like that. can make it into a 3. I'll take it down, I'll stop it short after it rebounds, and I'll tap it and then pick it up. Right? See what I'm doing? You understand what I'm doing? Okay, so yeah, it's one motion, but all of a sudden I'm getting 2, 3, 4 notes for the value of one motion. I'm just letting it happen. I can do it with 16 notes too. This also comes into play if I'm playing fast single stroke rolls. Right? So that's the technique that I use, and it helps me around the kit. The other part of this is, it's a very relaxed technique, so I don't burn all the crazy energy, I don't get stiff, I don't hurt myself, other than blisters. I don't hurt myself in my wrist, which a lot of my friends, and earlier on in my playing, I had those problems. Because I wouldn't let the stick come off, and I would absorb all the shock into my wrist. So it got to be a problem. I had to do a lot of different alternative therapies for it. And then once I started doing the molar technique, I didn't have that problem anymore. Okay, so with the foot, there's a couple of different things you can do it. How many of you guys play into the head all the time? You leave the beater into the head. That's you, okay. All right, how many of you guys let it come off? How many of you guys are heel up players? And heel down? You guys can okay, in between. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And that's what I do. Okay? So I'll let the beater come out, I'll take it up, right? I'll hit it solid, and then I'll just relax my leg, and it comes out. And the beater's in position to go back into the bass drum again. Can y'all see this? I don't know if you guys want to come around a little bit more. Okay? So I'll take it, I'll pick up my leg, and then the ball of my foot is still on the pedal. Send it in with the weight of my leg, and I drop my heel to the floor. My leg relaxes, and I don't have to burn the energy, that kind of thing. So, just like that. If I want to get 2, I pick it up, and I do a tap. If it's at a different place in the groove, like for instance, say it's here, instead of it's this. Send the leg in, and the tap happens a little bit. It's almost like 2 quick leg strokes, but you want the impact on the first one when it's on the downbeats. When it's going into the downbeats, you want the impact there. Make sense? All right. Any questions? I've stumped them. All right. So that's the foot technique that I use, and when I'm doing the fast double thing, sometimes it's triplets, sometimes it's, it's sometimes it's in the 16th note or straight 8th note feel. Again, I've got to keep my legs relaxed as possible. And this starts from doing it slowly. I came up in the 80s. Tommy Lee from Motley Crue was the big guy, right? And he played double bass. I didn't have double bass. I didn't have money to get double bass. But my band wanted to play Motley Crue songs. So I had to learn how to do this stuff fast with one foot. And it's all about the rebound. That thing where you're sending it in and letting it come back instead of digging in the whole time. That's how I learned how to do this, okay? So, here it goes. It happens because I'm relaxed and because I practiced a lot, right? You never get anywhere without any practice. You can have all the talent in the world, but unless you develop it and practice, it's not going to happen. So anyway, so that's my foot technique. Now, about the relax thing, and this is where this comes into, and this works with the band, this works with everybody. Keep your mind relaxed. Keep your mind open. Hear what the other guys in the band are doing. Ask them if there's something you can do that might complement their playing. Suggest parts to them if you hear something that you think might work better for the song. But make it an open communication, an open forum for everything that you guys are going to do, because you're in it together. Right? Make sense? Okay. So try and keep your mind relaxed. That'll help keep your body relaxed. And if your body's relaxed, you'll play that way. You'll have a lot easier time getting your ideas out if everything is relaxed. When that tension is there, it works against you. Just keep that in mind, okay?